The year is 1521, when Spaniards came to the Philippines. It was during the Spanish era that journalism was introduced. Superior Gobierno was the first newspaper published here in the Philippines. But the intended audience were Spaniards, so the content is mostly composed of news from Spain. The Filipino people soon to gain knowledge on journalism based from the Spaniards' work. Hey guys, so if you want to know kung para sa yung video kanina, please keep on watching. Sup, it's MJ. So, for today's video is hindi siya yung usual na katalataluan natin because today we're going to be nice and a literate person and we're gonna talk about mass communications and journalism. Yes, mass communication and journalism. So, what is mass communication and journalism? So, mass communication. Okay, kape tayo guys. Mass communication, or other people call it mass-comm, is a study or a process of spreading and exchanging information sa iba't ibang tao, sa mga large audience through a mass media or sa maraming tao, mga large population. Yung kumbaga, through verbal and written media. Basically, it makes mass communication, it makes our lives somewhat more easy and more easy. Like yung piece of information that you have is mabilis siyang makaka-ating or makaka-inform sa ibang tao even they are like far away. Kahit kuwari, malito ka ngayon and yung sinanda mo na information is nasa Japan. So, mabilis siyang nakakapag-communicate and the information is spreading faster. In mass communication, it is practiced in multiple mediums like yung mga radio, mga radio, television. Television is more common kasi lahat naman tayo may TV and lahat sila nakapanood ng TV and syempre sa TV meron tayong mga news and lahat yun, so that's it. So kuwari yung ABS-CBN, meron silang news part sa umaga, sa tanghali, and of course sa gabi, and same with other network. So after television is we're gonna have the billboards, mga newspaper, yun yung mga written type of media, newspapers, magazine, even in film, so it gives us information and knowledge. So, and also, syempre, huwag natin nakalimutan is yung internet sa social media. So, social media na halos lahat ng mga kabataan is gumagamit ng social media. And while using the social media and the other types of mass communication mediums, it became an easy source it became easy na maka-acquire tayo ng mga useful informations and knowledge na makaka-help sa atin as a person. So, basically that is mass communication. So, on the other hand, journalism. Journalism is the production and distribution of reports on the current events that is happening in the Philippines or in the world. The word journalism applies to the occupation as well as the citizen journalists who gather and publish their information. The journalist media, yung mga medium na ginagamit nila is it includes print media, television, radio, internet, etc. So that's the journalism. Journalism, form of writing, they tell people about the things that already happened and it's that they might not have known about it already. So the purpose of journalism is to provide the citizens, the people in the Philippines, they provide the information na kakailanganin natin for us to make the best possible decision sa buhay natin, sa komunidad natin, sa society and sa government natin. So that's it. So the people who write in journalism are called journalists. So journalists, as I said earlier, they might work on newspapers, their magazines, websites, TV, radio stations, and all that thing. So that's the journalist. They have this 5 W's. The 5 W's stands for who are they, what were they doing, where they are doing it, when they do it, and why did they do it. So yun yung mga tanong na itatanong nila sa sarili nila or sa ibang tao na pag nag-interview sila or nag-observe sila about sa new story or topic na. The important characteristics of a good journalist is curiosity. If you are going to be a journalist, you should stay inspired and be curious. So, kasi in the first place, you become a journalist because you are curious about what is happening and you want to spread the news that you've gathered with the people. Kasi naranasan mo na maging isang tao na walang kaalam-alam and now you've become a journalist. You have the power na maka-obtain ng information that a normal person that couldn't do. So, being a journalist, you should be able to let the other people have and obtain that information that you have because they don't have the power to obtain it in the first place. So, you are there because you have the power to obtain such informations that will help people to make decisions with their lives. So, the keys to writing a good stories for journalists. I'm not a professional, but I think this is effective. You should first get the facts right. You should get all the facts that you can. Being a journalist, you should remain unbiased. Always seek for the truth and facts only, because being a journalist, you cannot publish a fake news because that will really affect your work. But in that field of work, hindi pwedeng kung anong information lang yung makuha mo, ayun na yung ipapublish mo. No. Think carefully kung anong ipapublish mo and you should be sure kung tama ba yung information na gather mo. You should also tell the readers where you got every bit of information that you gather, that you would put in the story. You must remain transparent with them. You should be honest about what you know and what you do not know. And the last one is don't try to keep it don't try to write fancy, just keep it clear. You do this because you want the people to be informed about the things that they don't know, they might not know about. So that's for the duties, responsibilities of a journalist or even a mass communication practitioner. So now for qualifications. To become a mass comm practitioner, you should have a Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communication. And to become a journalist, you should have a Bachelor of Arts in Communication as well as Bachelor of Arts in Journalism. So now we're gonna tackle about the job opportunities. So the job opportunities in mass comm is public relation officers, director, scriptwriter or screenwriter, filmmaker or film director, producer, journalist, actor, VJ, fashion photographer, TV correspondent, editor, sound engineer, or even event manager, and etc. So they have many jobs for you to choose from. So job opportunities for journalism, first is you can be a public relations specialist, writer, author, editor, reporter, copywriter, grant writer, social media specialist, technical writer, and etc. Same with mass comm, you have a lots of careers to choose from in this field. The state of mass communication and journalism in the Philippines. The state of mass communication and journalism is not good in the Philippines. Many Filipino journalists based on the local media monitoring group are facing online harassments, violence, and various threats. Marami ring cases ng media killings ang naitala under the Duterte administration, in which many journalists are dealing with it alone. Sometimes even yung works nila ay na-unpublished. That's why being a journalist in the Philippines is scary. Another thing, because we have a high rate of media killings here in the Philippines. That's why us people should appreciate them more. Another issue is the cancellation sa online news and website na Rappler, and now the ABS-CBN shutdown na laging pinapatamaan ni Duterte sa kanyang mga speech.
Mainit na balita. Una, kanina naghain po si Solicitor General Jose Calida sa Korte Suprema ng co-warranto petition na nag-ugat umano sa mga paglabag ng ilang terms and conditions ng prangkisa ng ABS-CBN Corporation at subsidiary nitong ABS-CBN Convergence. Kaugnay nito, naglabas ng statement ang ABS-CBN and we quote part of that statement. We did not violate the law. This case appears to be an attempt to deprive Filipinos of the services of ABS-CBN and of COG.
So the government tried to shut it down sa kadahilanan na nag-aabis daw sila ng kapangyarihan or privilege to do something bad things. And if ever na mangyari man ito, this will be eventually a threat sa mga future media practitioners and future journalists natin. The government are not scared na tapakan ng freedom express natin. Let's be real. I think our government are trying to silence the media and the journalists based on their action nowadays. And this is not good because it is our rights that they are trying to take away. That's why we must always try to fight for our freedom of speech and the press freedom so that the government can't manipulate us anymore.
So that's the end of my vlog. Hope you have a good time. Hope you have a more knowledge about mass communications and journalism. Sana na nabigay ko sa inyo yung mga needed information to become one. I'm not a professional, but I did try my best because requirements na. This is a requirement. Yeah. Subscribe to my channel. Peace out.